Manitowoc School Superintendent is in the hot seat over feeding students. Wednesday night, the Superintendent James Feil provided a new list of reasons for ending free meals for all students. Feil sent a letter to families at the beginning of the year saying the district would return to a previous program that only provided some free meals. Holly Brantley spoke to both sides today and has more from Manitowoc.
It was just, that would be difficult for me to justify, just taking that money when I didn't have a justified need.
Superintendent James Feil saying he doesn't believe any child should go hungry, but he feels families who can afford meals should not have their child provided for free.
To ask for more, or just because they're offering it, seems I'm taking resources I can't justify, and that's really was the bottom line.
Feil made the decision this school year to end the community eligibility provision, opting to use a different program of free, reduced, and paid meals, saying it's a better use of taxpayer dollars.
So it's one of those things in terms of looking, for a taxpayer, from a taxpayer perspective. I feel like I always have to justify my actions.
Feil laid out more reasons for ending CEP in a letter to the district sent Wednesday night. Administrators and parents tell us CEP was not just a pandemic provision, but used in Manitowoc long before COVID. Pandemic or not, hundreds of parents say the need is still here.
We need to feed our children.
Charlie Russell is one of hundreds of parents who signed a petition calling for Feil's resignation.
Let's stop fighting about this. Let's feed our kids. Multiple studies have shown this raises test scores, lowers, classroom misbehavior, lowers suspension rates, and raises attendance.
I also spoke to Rebecca Walensky, who started the petition calling for Feil's resignation. She says issues go way beyond school lunch, citing lies, money management, and school curriculum. A list of reasons, 27 items long. Parents that are calling for you to resign, are you going to do that?
Oh, I'm not going to resign. I'm here to help kids achieve.
In Manitowoc, Holly Brantley, Action 2 News.
Well, assured us no student will go hungry. Should someone fall through the cracks, he authorized principals to make sure every child is provided a lunch. The money, he says, will come out of the general fund.